Please
Okay.
reload and fire at will. Spotter confirming bullseye.
There we go.
Very good. Now let's reload and try once again. Please
The
reload
thing
and
I've
fire
noticed with calibrating your shots is basically you see where the bullet hole is, right? You take the point from where you've shot and then try to align them with the BDC knob and the windage knob, you know. It's a bit of a
Spotter
cheating
confirming
thing.
bullseye. Good shooting. Okay, we have a 2-inch square target. You need to place 5 shots within the square. Go ahead and load your rifle. Remember, check the direction and speed of the wind and make any adjustments required.
Yeah, since we don't really have wind right now, everything's fine. Here's the funny thing. The game doesn't really care if you separate these shots, so basically what we're doing right now is this.
Spotter. Spotter. Spotter.
There we go.
Good session.
Went really well, right? I goddamn, I'm a talent, right? This is great. Yeah. Let's go back to the travel map. Let's go back to yeah, the classroom. Say, okay, yeah. Here are the things you can learn about. I've talked about. They give you a lot of information about it. For example, sound factor. They write about it a lot. It is all written kind of like a lecture for actual SWAT officers. At some points it's also written kind of like an information about things. There's like hold on, chemical agents. I think there's diversionary devices. There is one where they talk about here, where is it? Adhesives that are supposed to, oh yeah, right here. This is another invention. Disperses a polymer-based super adhesives, immediately coating the room and everyone in it. So that means they just glue the room. Great idea, right? Right? There is also, I think it's under tactical. No, we've been there. I think it's tactical movement, right? Yeah. Then there's also the video information about certain things. For example,
In a stealth entry, the scout
yeah, this is
rear guard
audio.
element leader.
There's also videos there at the button.
When a
for
room
example.
has a door which, when opened, stops at a dividing wall, there's little maneuverability for the entry team. Utilizing the button hook technique will allow the entry team to quickly enter and move into position. To execute the button hook entry, move the foot nearest the wall up to the door jamb, being careful not to telescope your position. Shift your weight to that front foot. At the time of entry, bring your back foot forward as you pivot on your front foot. Continue forward into the room and into position.
Yeah, so that's the thing, and that's about that. There's also interviews of actual SWAT officers that I don't even think they're represented in the game, so I don't know why they aren't here. I guess they didn't really suit well as, you know, actors for the game. There's like, for example, what is post-incident debriefing, and you get a nice video of him talking about that. Really information, like a lot of, oh, yes, oops, I didn't want to actually go back to the main menu. This was a fault. Here's my billion previous careers I did. Now to figure out if it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, oops. But yeah, basically, there's a lot of things you can click around. You spend your time just kind of like wasting everyone else's time by doing, for example, combat drills, which it should actually just show right now, since we're already going there.
Hey, how you doing? You ready for a combat drill?
This is the most fun thing you can actually do at the
Come on.
range,
We'll test your reflexes and your aim.
at the compound, I would
45s?
say.
Make
For example, this one is just reflex test. You know, you've seen this in
This
Call
is
of
the
Duty, right?
combat drill. There will be multiple moving targets, all bad guys. Reload as necessary. No par time. This is a reflex drill. On the whistle.
The typical thing, you know, you have your Hogan's Alley kind of gameplay right here. You shoot a couple of these people. There's nothing, no remorse. There's like, you don't even get a score for this. This is just, you know, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. I don't know if that's like what people were into at that point. I guess they really liked laser gun games, you know, these.
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready.
Now that we can actually reload again, we get to see the next one. Oh, I hate this one.
This is a dozier drill. Engage each of the 5 pepper poppers until they fall. Reload as necessary. Par time is 5 seconds. On the whistle. Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing.
You see why I hate this one? Also, the recoil is really uncontrollable. You just kind of jump around left and right if you do that. If you shoot.
The Presidente drill is up.
Oh, this one's fun.
There are 3 targets and multiple engagements. Starting from either the left or the right, shoot the first target once, second target once, third target twice, second target once, and first target once. Speed load, then do it all again. Par time is 10 seconds. On the whistle.
No! God damn it, I'm not thinking. Hold on.
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready. This is training, officer.
I know.
Follow the drills, please.
He scolds you if you do something wrong. They also do in the small weapons range. They all do. They hate you. Since we're done with
Officer,
that,
remember,
let's
as
leave
you
again.
train, so shall you fight. Yeah.
Okay, since that is over, let's go back to Metro. And I guess I'm gonna do a cut here until we get the final, get the next mission. Oh, I guess I won't. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's the same one. Okay, we can skip every. Oh my god, yes! This is what I wanted to actually do.
She's 64 years old and she suffers from various health.
I'm not very sure. Yeah, we can skip these things too. Okay, that is nice. Also saving would be advised right now. Okay, yeah, this one is actually fun. You get to be inside of the house. You get to. I get to actually finish this properly. Because this mission took me like 50 tries to actually do right, because this game is really picky about what you do and when you do it.
Side 1 is clear.
Is that fun? No, I don't see where that would be fun.
Move.
Okay, here we go. We can
Ready to
open
open
the
door.
door. Like how he's technically just mirroring like a blue wall, basically.
Ready to enter door.
Yes, I'm aware.
Go.
I did a bad. Okay, there we go. Should let him enter first, okay. Yeah, no, next thing we gotta do, I hope slicing pie is not yet there. Okay. It's gonna tell us it's clear.
Entry point clear.
Then we slice pie and then slice pie again.
Trailer. Kitchen door.
Great, now here's the guy I haven't seen in my team yet, and he looks like he's playing a wicked guitar and like an industrial band. Look at him, he's like all skinny and everything. Yeah, I cannot cover either of you because this game's not letting me cover right now. I'm currently in slice pie mode, right? Okay, yeah. As soon as I get to save, I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna show you something ridiculous about this game. Which, I found out the hard way by accidentally moving the mouse over it, by moving the mouse away from its idle position. Save here. And then you have to keep your aim on this door for as long as he tells you. Like, he tells you, yeah, cover that door, right? And you're thinking, okay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Oh, wait, why is it loading? God damn it. And you're dead. This is ridiculous, and I like how serious this game takes it, because like, oh my god, you seriously just died. Okay, back to what we're supposed to do, which is keeping our aiming reticule at the door, or rather just, you know, the picture of iron sights of gun. Yeah.
Pup, you cover Carmichael.
Now we switched camera positions, I imagine, or something, because this game is really weird in how it does perspectives and where to move relative from something. Now I'm not gonna do the stupid thing and actually just walk up to the woman that is gonna be in the shower and then get shot, because apparently she still has a weapon at that point, although you can't see any of them.
Move in, I'm covered.
I'm actually gonna arrest her so we can, I guess, do a skip over to a new mission. Oh my god, this is like Newgrounds horror, right? Okay, we say suspect over there.
We're the police. Keep your hands where we can see them. We're here to help you. We want you to come out. No one's going to attack.
There we go. And we successfully finished that mission. They're gonna Mr. Super Officer Senior guy there with the
Before I get started, Lieutenant Hancock has a few things
frontal
to say.
balding, you know.
Congratulations,
He smiles smugly. He's like, "Oh my god, you guys did that very well. Good job, and
Good work.
you know."
Rooker.
You men did a fine job out there today. Take pride in your efforts. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see a commendation or two headed this way. Well, that's it. Get some rest. Dismissed.
Yeah, so since that is over, we go back to the map. We can just kind of chill in there. It's not that it's really any different from wherever you're going. So yeah, I guess since we're done with the first mission twice now, I guess I'm gonna go and do a skip over to the next mission that is coming up. Oh, finally. There's our next call up.
Officer down, 612 Haley, Central Area, Code 3.
What do you want, Sergeant?
We can actually see the size of the Sarge, which is interesting. He's pretty small, apparently. We'll see that compared to our character. Either we're pretty tall or he's rather small. I think
What's the situation? We're not sure yet. Officers Tobin and Bale from Central were answering a code 30 Adam. The officers approached the warehouse and
I'm not very sure, but this is apparently the SWAT van. It doesn't really look like a SWAT van, to be honest. It looks pretty, you know, shabby for an armored vehicle. Especially in blue, which is kind of like, I don't know, don't they come just like in black? Yeah, now we have to kind of wait for him to finish talking so we can actually interrogate the owner of that warehouse.
Well, of course, I don't want any more damage to occur.
She's playing the kind of distressed, lovely lady that doesn't want any of this to happen.
Well, yes, of course. Hello, I'm Marcia Schneidley. I own this building. Well, the business does. I was just telling this officer here that, well, my warehouseman is missing. And when the police called this morning and said something about someone shooting off guns in my warehouse, well, I thought, oh, where's Hector? I mean, he's a diligent employee. He would not just allow someone to come in and shoot up my building.
Mrs. Schneidley, do you think it could be Hector firing off these weapons?
Yeah,
No.
okay, yeah, we're gonna have to talk to her for a little bit. She kind of like often rambles on about rather unimportant things, or she kind of like appears to be very unaware of what exactly even is inside of the building that she apparently owns.
Jeep is missing. Well, I should say so. Hector reports to work Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
All in all, is kind of like a really nice scene, though. So actually gonna let her talk on because I don't know, she appears to be a nice person.
And can you give me a physical description?
Oh yes, it's Hector Martinez, and he's about 6.
Oh, great. The audio of the game sometimes cuts out, just very rarely. I don't know. This is apparently because the game just kind of like forgets to find where the audio files are or something. But the audio usually comes back after like the scene is over, and it is, I guess, just a normal bug for, you know, every game from that time. So we're gonna have to wait for her to finally finish up that sentence and for our character to stop talking so we can actually click her again and actually hear what she's trying to tell us. Yeah, this mission is rather easy. It is very short also.
Can you give me a layout of the warehouse?
Oh, well, yes. Well, it's mostly a big empty building. We keep it for extra storage, and Hector maintains the building for when we need extra space. Well, that's not what you asked, is it? Oh, well, let's see. Okay, the building was built to utilize the train tracks. And so the roll-up doors and the entrance face the railroad tracks. And when you walk in, well, it's just a big open building. I have some furniture stored in there from when the children were small, and my husband and the boys have some mini bikes in there as well.
Is there just one large room?
Oh, no, there are 2 large rooms upstairs. Well, the second room, I don't know, it has some old scales. Junk, really. Nothing important.
Weird enough, she says upstairs, but this is basically just like floor level around here.
You said upstairs. Is there a downstairs to the building as well?
Oh, yes. Didn't I mention that? Well, it's mostly just beams and floor supports. And Hector has his little makeshift office down there. Nothing fancy.
Is there an outside entrance to the basement, Mrs. Schneidley?
Oh, heavens, no. No, I had that sealed up years ago. You know, we have trouble with hobos here. I mean, they ride the train in the day and at night stop and look for a place to sleep. Well, we literally had a hobo camp down there. No, I had workmen come and cement and brick up that door. No, do you know what it does to your insurance rates when you have hobos in your building? Just terrible. No, there's only one entrance to the basement, and it's through the warehouse. I don't remember if the stairs are in the first room or the second room. Does that matter?
Mrs. Schneidley, is there a phone line in the building, and do you know the number?
Oh, yes. I know. The number is 213-298... No, 213-289... No, I'll just have to call and get it for you. But there is a phone. It's in Hector's little basement office area. You know, I wanted him to have a nice little desk with a phone on it upstairs. But no, he insisted on having the phone installed downstairs in the basement, that dark, dank basement.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the warehouse or about Hector?
Nothing I can think of. It's just a big warehouse. It's empty, and Hector is just a simple man trying to make a living. I can't understand how he could be causing all this trouble. It's just not like him.
Mrs. Schneidley, we haven't determined that Hector is causing all this trouble. Mrs. Schneidley, we've set up a communications post over by the ice house across the way. Could I ask you to go in there and use the telephone to call your office and get those phone numbers we talked about?
Oh, well, sure, but I don't want to be in the way. I'll just use the phone in my car if that's all right.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know if that's normal police procedure or if you're even allowed to do that. Since there's live shooting going on, and you just kind of like walking to your car would be kind of unsafe, you know. But yeah, that character, she's nice. She doesn't really know a whole lot, but she's trying to be helpful. I like that in the characters. This guy,
officers to the 30 Atom. As I was telling Packmeyer,
I feel genuinely sorry for him.
Down here all the time. The wind's always blowing the doors open on these old buildings, or we have transients camping out. Last thing I expected was gunfire.
Did you see anyone?
No, not really. Everything happened real quick. We were approaching the door. It was partially open. Bales went to reach for it. He had his hand on the doorknob. It seemed to me that the door was closing rather than opening. I got this sinking feeling in my stomach, and then wham! Bales was hit, and I was dragging him out of there. I don't know what to tell you guys. I didn't really see anything. I heard the sound, and I saw Bales fly backwards. Whoever shot him must have been right up on the door.
Yeah, okay, so we talked to these two clowns back there. He's gonna relay the information he got from the owner, and then tells us to piss off if we actually want to talk to him again. The guy there with the gray hair is gonna tell us, please go away, we're talking about very confidential information, or please go. So, I guess at that point we should definitely go back to the SWAT van and try to rev up the time until the actual briefing starts. I think I want to show very soon, as soon as they're done talking, is in the main the configuration panel. You can switch the call-ups like with a plus and the minus, and there's like a red bar. It appears to be like very weird on what it should be doing. Like if you are not aware of the fact that it is supposed to speed up how often call-ups for certain things should actually happen. So even I buffed it up all the way, by the way, right now, but even if you have it buffed up all the way, I just waited around 20 minutes for this mission to actually happen, so...
All I'm saying is there's one entrance.
Oh, these guys are great,
Saunders and
because everyone is in doubt in this.
To cover us. But that's a distance, man.
The place is big inside. I know it. I can tell. We're gonna need some long-range power.
Like, everyone's like, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible.
This isn't gonna be pretty.
Yeah, especially him, he's like, oh my god, I hope this goes well, but then we have this guy.
I bet they panicked when Central showed up. I bet they're in there freaking out.
He's the absolute psycho. He just kind of like goes like, oh man, I really hope they're freaking out in there. It is great. What on earth is this guy doing the SWAT police force? This is like, he's a psycho, man. He's trying to kill someone. Just do some psychological assessment with that person. I mean, hello. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait for them to actually start up the briefing.
Briefing, everyone. Come on, let's go. Okay, this is what we know. We have one wounded officer, and weapons fire is randomly erupting from within the structure. CNT's been telephoning the warehouse, but there's been no pickup. The warehouse is broken into 2 rooms. In one of the rooms, which one we don't know, are stairs leading to a basement. The basement is dark, and it consists mainly of floor supports. There's also an office area. We've placed sniper teams on 3 surrounding buildings. The approach will be from side 4 to 3 to 2 around to side 1. We can assume the opening 1 will be secured. We have the keys from the owner, so there should not be a problem with entry unless the door is barricaded from the inside. We know it's a large space, so we're issuing 223s. Fats in the fire, Packmeyer, let's light them up.
We enter and move with stealth. Carmichael, scout. Denton, shotgun. Pup, you're being issued the M16 for range. If there's a distance between us and the shooter, and Pup has the shot, it's his. Rhea, Wixel, you're in the entry, you trail. Okay?
Okay, good. So we're not assigned to trailer, so that makes the whole thing a lot easier, because I've never been through the trailer thing. There's apparently, like, you could either be on the entry team, which we are right now, or be in the trailer team. Or like assigned to a trailer instead of like, you know, watching their backs. So yeah, basically we kind of have to wait for these goons to actually move over there to the building. There's a lot of cutscenes where we can't do anything right now. which we should absolutely do right now, because we really need to slice pie very, very quickly as soon as we gain control. Which is annoying, because we're gonna be having the iron sights out first. And if you're like, oh my god, I really gotta click this very fast, you accidentally misclick and not hit the arrow that is like right here. And then all of a sudden you shoot, and everyone's like, oh my god, compromise, and you lost the mission. It is annoying. I don't know why they even like have the iron sights available even down here, because this is nothing where there is going to be anything you have to shoot. I mean, they are aware of like places where you should be able to shoot, right? Since the small arms range blocks you from actually going over the targets before you're allowed to shoot.
Entry.
But yeah, they're
Ready to enter door.
Getting
Go.
ready. Okay, good.
Entry team in.
Okay, now we gotta slice pie on that left corner. Could switch to the gun and just kind of like hover the mouse around, do nothing, because we are supposed to just kind of like stand still for now. So in this case, I imagine we're actually back in first person, and this perspective is correct, apparently. Which makes me wonder, because there's a door right here, right? That guy is just covering in the front, and that guy's covering kind of like the door. Why are these clowns mirroring the furniture around here, since this guy has full overview over the entire place right here, correct? So yeah, they're moving really slow around this corner, just kind of like, oh my god, could there be a guy that this guy is absolutely seeing right now? There's a lot of bullshit going on like that. Yeah, they're mirroring it again. They're checking if there's like someone on these bicycles or whatever is back there. It's really dark, you can't see a lot. This is seriously kind of like Sierra gave a couple of people who knew a few places that weren't being used anymore. I told them, go take a couple of pictures of like really scary places or like industrial buildings. And we placed these clowns back there with a red outlining because the blue screen didn't work very well, apparently. Yeah, I'm covering. Yeah, they just placed them there, and this is basically how the game works, really. Now he's gonna tell them to mirror the door, or move up to the door and then mirror it. And us to move up. I hope, at least.
Carmichael, move up to the door, mirror it, and see if it's clear.
So he told them to mirror the door and see if it's clear. Now he's going to tell us to move up.
Looks clear. Pop, move up!
And now he's going to say the same thing over again. I think, at least.
Carmichael.
Yeah.
Move up to the door, mirror it, and see if it's clear.
I don't get that why they do that. Yeah, we gotta wait for these people to move, or yeah, I think so, at least. Hold on, we should absolutely save right here, because I'm not sure if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to actually go there, because there could be a guy shooting. Like that guy back there would be able to see a suspect coming from there. Like there's a guy dancing around here shooting you.
Cover left.
Okay, next thing we're gonna do is just slice pie to the left.
Carmichael Denton, you move left with me. Ready to make entry? Go!
We're just gonna move whenever. Now hover our gun over here. Doesn't matter where we point the gun, really. You can just pew, 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 pew. If you do something wrong, there's gonna be a suspect coming from this side.
Oh.
Like, I don't see why. Is there a door behind there? I don't know. They said this building only has 2 rooms, right? And then downstairs. So where could this person come from? Yeah, they're kind of like strolling around here. They're mirroring these shopping carts for no reason. It's like there could be someone around that corner, right? It's not like this guy could see it. And then soon they'll tell us to watch the rights, which the other team technically should be doing right now.
Clear the area. Go.
And also I really got a question, like, if this is the warehouse for a company, what on earth does that company do? Because there's like a broken door, there's a
Top.